All right, boys and girls, well, I hope you enjoyed the story about Chomp. Before we move on to our handwriting, which is going to be our handwriting sheet like this, or a blank paper if you don't have it, let's go ahead and look at our 3 new tricky words. We had a sheet that had 6, but we're just looking at the first 3 today. Any, there, and school. All right, those are our 3 new ones. We're just adding those to the pile. But we're also looking at our tricky words, 5 tricky words that we've already learned, and we're pretending to play basketball as we dribble the letters, and then we're shooting as we say the words. All right, so this is where we have to use our imagination. We pretend we have a basketball. We're going to dribble it, and then we're going to shoot it as we say the tricky word. All right, and these are 5 tricky words we've already done. So let's get our basketball. You ready? That's a D. D. O, shoot the basket and say do. Great job, do. D sound. This is to, remember, like also. I like ice cream too. We're going to dribble T, O, O, shoot the basket two. Now we have 3 twos. All right, let me show you that before we move on in our basketball, because I know this can be kind of confusing. We now have 3 twos that are tricky. I will go to the store. I have 2 hands. I like ice cream too, like when I say also. All right, so I know that can get a little crazy. 3 tricky words that make the 2 sound. Let's shoot our baskets. T, H, E, Y, they. Look at that, that's crazy. All right, this is a long one, so get your basketball ready. Don't lose it. W, H, E, R, E, shoot the basket where? Good job, that's a big word there. And the last one sure does not follow magic E. Dribble your basket. G, I, V, E, shoot your basket, give. Can you say swish? That is our basket sound. So great job on our tricky words. We have lots of tricky words we want to make sure that we remember. All right, so today, boys and girls, like I said, we're using handwriting paper or just a blank piece of paper. And this is instead of a handwriting sheet. And today we're going to write our own sentences. All right, we're actually going to write 5 sentences. And I'm going to show you on the handwriting paper what you're going to do. The first thing, though, is I want you to think about maybe 5 things that you can do. Now, Mom and Dad, we're going to write I can sentences. I can. So, boys and girls, I want you to think about things that you can do. Now, there's the I. Remember, I'm talking about myself. I use a capital I. K, can. You guys know that word. I can. So we're thinking about 5 things that I can do. Now, Miss Paris is just writing. I'm giving you some ideas, and this is what I'm writing. And then I'm going to show you how you're going to write this on your handwriting paper. All right? Like I said, I'm coming up with 5. I've got to squeeze them on here. And I'll show you what I came up with. All right. I said read, and I can even sound that out and spell it. Eed. The A is silent. Run. Sing. Whoops. Play. Share. All right, so those are 5 that Miss Paris came up with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to my handwriting paper. Now remember, our handwriting paper has that red line at the bottom. Again, if you don't have this paper, that's okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to write my name at the top. It doesn't have a house, so I don't have to do my first and last name. I'm just going to put my first name there at the top. And then I'm going to go over, and Mom and Dad, you might need to make sure they're on the right side of their paper, or I'm sorry, their left side of the paper. I'm doing it backwards. And I'm going to make I capital. I'm going all the way to the top line. Finger space, can, finger space, read was my first one. And what am I going to put at the end of my sentence, boys and girls? A period. I, finger space, can, finger space, read. All right. Now, I've got plenty of paper, so I'm actually going to skip a line, boys and girls. And then I'm going to write I, finger space again, can. And my next one I chose was run. Again, these are all words I can sound out and write. Again, what's that mark at the end? A period. All right. I can sing. Now remember, when I did my lowercase g, I had to go underwater. Okay. Finger space between my letters. Now this one, whoops, Miss Ferris made a mistake there. I can play. I also, there's my little goof, my lowercase p goes under my lowercase y. But again, I put my period. And then my last one, I'm at the bottom of my page because I skipped a line, can share. And sh is on their sound, that remember that sh sound, and a period. So I, who am I talking about with I, boys and girls? We're talking about ourself. I use the same word, can. And then these were the 5 that I picked. All right, words that I can sound out, words that I know and read, and I can go back and read them, and don't forget the special mark at the end. Okay, 5 things you can do. I know you can do a lot more, boys and girls. I know you can do so many more than 5 things, but we just picked 5 to write on our I can sentences. All right, name at the top. And again, if you don't have this piece of paper, that's okay. Just make sure your name's on it. All right, and that your sentences are written nice and neatly, and of course, period at the end. All right, go ahead and work on that. Great job.